Bring what on?
You just thought.
Saying bring it on. I'm bringing it to the table, bringing it to the bedroom. Where am I bringing it?
Oh, look at that. His second thought is bedroom.
Just like a real man. Yeah, it was a really bad joke. It's a really, you know what?
Just start your podcast.
Yeah. Hello and welcome to Celestales. Welcome back. Welcome. Maybe you've never seen it before. Maybe you have. I don't know. But welcome to Celestales, and that's a CELESTALES. There's a lot of S's and maybe some E's. But it's me, your host, Tony. No S or E. And I brought my special, there was an S and E, guest today, which also has an S and E, Miss Soto Niwa. She only has an S, guys. It's alright. It's alright.
Yeah. I make up for it in my personality.
Oh, she got
oh my God. Wow. That was really good.
That was pretty good. I can't do that with my nasally voice. But
you don't sing like that. You have to for you, I would pinch your nose and then actually start singing personality.
I have to
see, not bad.
I have to hear that in recording, see how that went. But we're here today to talk about a little bit of catch up because it's been a while since you heard Miss Soto. Just like I did with the other guys. But I kind of do want to talk about some gender stuff that was going on recently. Well, I say recently. It happened in Christmas.
Yeah, it was totally recent, man. We're in spring now.
Yeah, I know, right? It's been 3 months. Almost 4. But you gotta get started somewhere. And we do have the tagline, controversial topics and insane truths. We gotta hit them. Gotta hit them where it hurts. Mm-hmm. I know, right? Saucy. Just a little bit spicy.
Ain't nothing wrong with a little bit of spice, honestly. Mm-hmm. I mean, that's how I prefer to have my stuff.
Well, so yeah, spicy. So, what's been good with you? Let's get everyone comfortable inside where they feel like it. What's been good with you? Everything fine, everything dandy. Get a good feel of Miss Soto Niwa here.
As you know, Celestales with so many S's, and I dropped something. Oh well, sorry. I've had a little bit of ups and downs here and there, but you know what? Good friends, good company. That's enough to pick me up. And on top of that, on the way home from work, I was kind of listening to one of my favorite songs. So, if you guys are new, I am a huge otaku. Meaning anything Japan related or mostly, anime. If it's on that spectrum, I'm probably going to like it, And the one anime and manga that has my attention, and I'm about to go broke for this manga because #worth it, Sono bisku daru wa koi o suru. Or, loosely translated in English, because I know that was a lot, the bisque doll that fell in love. And then if you want to go with the horrendous other, translation, which I think is completely stupid because it relates to nothing of the sort, I will get onto that rant maybe at another time. I will hold it in. Okay. My dress-up darling. Sorry, I can't even say that without just,
That sounds like bad grammar. My dress-up
Thank you! Yes! No, it is bad grammar because I'm just okay, Sono biscudoru wa koi o suru. Okay? Sono, first of all, is this. Okay?
Before
So,
we get into that, I just want to.
mhm.
This is the time where we have our localized Japanese talk with Miss Totoniwa. Please hold on to your butts as you will be informed at a hard pace and be rocked vigorously with knowledge. You may continue, Professor Niwa.
Oh my gosh, wow. I'm sorry, that name actually just, whew, you know what? Because like early, so a little bit of background on me. I actually really wanted to be an English teacher in Japan. You know, like I just wanted to translate over there essentially, you know? And the pay isn't that great for teachers, so I was just like, ah. So I just ended up scrapping that idea. But, you know, being an ESL teacher, that was like high up on my list. But back to the translation. So, sono bisque doru. Okay? So the bisque doll, I know that I said sono would mean this, but, you know, this is just, again, a very loose translation. Because if you try to go accurate from, like, Japanese to English or English to Japanese, oh, yeah, save yourself the headache. Alright? So, sono bisque doru wa being a particle, the correct particle that you would use in this sentence. Koi o suru. Koi is love, and suru is the verb that you would put at the end of. Well, you put all verbs at the end of the sentence first of all, because over here we have, you know, what was it again? Subject, verb, and object. Right? That's English. Japan, they're like 9, and then they're like subject, object, verb. So the verb will typically go at the end of the sentence. I say typically because, yeah, Japanese is not a really fun language to learn unless you like a headache. Well, okay, that was just a kind of joke. It's honestly a lot of fun. So if you want to pursue it, do it. Just be prepared for a lot of stuff that's going to be coming your way that probably doesn't make sense half the time. Also, I'm about a glass of sake in, so if I start changing, you now know.
Look, we like to have fun here. I don't doubt it. If you know, guys, we like to have fun here. I never ask people to do anything differently, unless they're right in front of my face. In which case, I ask them not to smoke in my face. It's kind of just how it is. But yeah, we don't doubt people. But I feel like we've done pretty good. I haven't really changed much in the. Oh wait, I know I forgot to mention something. I'm supposed to mention the date. I thought that'd be a nice inclusion to every podcast episode. Be like, oh yeah, this was recorded so and so date. Gives you a nice time frame of like, yeah, I do this weekly, I do this monthly. Because we're trying to get in the rhythm of things and to keep track of everything. So this is recorded March 25th of 22. Or should I say that?
And it is currently 8:35 p.m.
I mean, you didn't have to mention that time, but all right, fine. It's 8:35 p.m. in the Central and 9:35 p.m. on the East Coast. And if I go back like 3 hours, maybe 2, it'll be like fudge. 3 hours, yeah, 3 hours. If it's 8 now, it's like 5:35 on the West Coast. Do you feel happy now?
I'm sorry, you just going into that little segment right there. That was a highlight.
Anyway, well, let's kind of get back into the gender topic. Miss Niwa, I don't really have many female speakers. It's kind of a shame. They're all shy. They don't really feel like talking until I get them on the show and they're like, "Oh, this is nice." And I'm like, "Yes."
And then you're talking up the story, you're just kind of like, all right, so we're kind of at the end. I know that you want to talk, but like TikTok.
Oh yeah, TikTok. Go ahead.
The cancerous social media. Sitting here, I think all social media can be cancerous.
Yes. Remember, guys, if you're feeling down and out and you're not feeling well, maybe stop looking at Twitter or social media for like a week, maybe a month. Get a just take a break because
And I know that's kind of hard for like the Gen Z because they're very dependent on technology because times they change, blah blah blah. But believe me when I say this, guys, like I'm not spouting any bullshit. Okay, you will thank yourselves if you just kind of get off of social media for a little bit. And it sounds really weird, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, does that mean you got to stop YouTube? No, because even when I'm like getting away from all my social media, I don't stop YouTube because that's my entertainment. But
mm-hmm. It's
just
like a TV.
mostly Twitter and Facebook and a lot of this stuff. Do stuff that feels good, Now, like, go talk to a friend you haven't talked to in a while. Maybe take a stroll, in nature if you're one of those people that appreciates that.
Or just take a stroll to your mailbox. That's fair too.
There we go. Couldn't have said it better. What was I looking for?
I don't know. You were telling me about different ways of just being productive, in case of...
Oh, no, I'm sorry. So, like, sorry, guys. So, basically, I'm preparing a very late dinner because I work retail, so my schedule is everywhere.
Everywhere!
And for my peeps that understand this, the ones that work retail, y'all are the heroes. Retail people, you guys don't get enough love.
Until you do
Seriously,
something
you don't get enough love.
And then you're not a hero, you're a dick.
Yeah. Which, by the way, that was actually why I was kind of late, coming back to that. Yeah, because, and like this guy was on an a-hole by any means, right? He just went in. He's like, I've got a business trip tomorrow, so I need a sports coat and some jeans, because it's very business casual. And I'm like, okay, I got you. Let's go ahead. And I take him over here. He probably spends about a good 10, 15, 20 minutes looking at the different kind of sports coats and telling me that, oh, this sports coat actually looks like the one that I have at home. And then he's like looking through like everything. Finally, he finds his sports coat that he likes, that grows on him. And I'm just like, okay, cool. There's some slight alterations that need to be done. But, after you come back from your business trip, you can have the alterations. You don't have to like necessarily have it because you still look good. Cool. We get that straightened out. Then we move on to jeans. And he's trying on probably 5 or 6 different kinds of jeans. Why? Because he didn't like the cut of the jeans. Because they're low cut. Typically the jeans that we have are low cut. And he wants ones that are not. So I'm just like, okay. He ended up settling for a pair. And I was fine with that. I go to the register. We're done. And, he pays and he does all that stuff. And then he goes and he starts looking at shirts. And then trying those on. Meanwhile, keep in mind, I am 30 minutes past the time I should have clocked out. Granted, he probably didn't know, so that's why I didn't get too mad at him. But boy, I was over there like, boy. I was just like, goodness. Thankfully, one of my managers on the side, he was looking at this and he's like, no, you can go ahead and go. I'll go ahead and take care of him. I'm like, oh my gosh, thank you so much. So I left. Yeah, that's what happened.
Yeah. Boy. Yeah, you know what? That'd be I think that's a nice trend into getting into like what we're going in for. Genders and stuff. Let's talk about that.
Oh yeah. Yeah. A lot of times girls are just like, you think girls are bridezillas, for like the wedding. Oh, yo, guys, check yourself before you wreck thyself because
I know.
Some guys are simple. They come and they get what they want, they leave. Other guys, I don't know about this style, or just like, you know what? No. And keep in mind,
worse.
This is also something that happened today. So there's a couple, they're newlyweds, congratulations, rice
nice.
thrown in the air and stuff.
Plug.
Mazel tov. Anyways, so I'm like showing them the kind of look that they're going for, right? And then they tell me that they're, okay, you know what, we're going to go ahead and get like a group wedding booked. I'm like, cool. They ended up not doing that. Because they're just like, you know what, we want to make sure that, everyone's like present and stuff like that. And I'm like, okay, translation for a lot of people, they just want to look around and try to find a better deal. And I'm just like, good luck.
Yeah, just say that.
Good luck.
Like, I'm looking around, checking, I feel like most people should just say that at that point. Just be like, yeah, I'm looking, checking prices. Yeah.
Well, that's what they told me, but then they were committed to like starting it because they're just like, you know what, we're going to go ahead and get the ball rolling on this one. I'm like, fantastic. And then they changed their mind at the last minute. I'm like, why would you do that? I was ready. I spent like probably 30 minutes with these people, laying out some of their styles, listening to them, trying to find what they were looking for. Brides and groom, I get it. You want your day to be perfect. Cool. Please just don't waste the time of everyone that's like,
help.
Well, I can't say it's a waste of time, but it's just, don't just, psych people out like that. You know what I mean? And as far as like finding a better deal, just do your research. You can look online. You can see the prices. The prices are right there. And keep in mind, okay, for where I work, there's a pretty gosh darn good deal going on. So, yeah, they can try to find a better price, and I'm just like, you probably won't, but okay. But let me tell you all, for those of you that are getting married, right? Weddings are going to cost a lot because that's just how it is. Unless you want to like elope or have a very simple.
Capitalism failed us. They want your money for something relatively doesn't really.
It's not even just capitalism, dude. It's just the fact that weddings are expensive because that's just kind of how it is. That's just how
it doesn't have to be, but we made it that way, guys. Yeah.
There we go. Couldn't have said it better myself. Yeah, so for the brides, if you guys want that like nice, flower girl, bridesmaids, groomsmen, and like the da 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 da, that particular kind of like ceremony, please don't try to make it cheap because it ain't gonna work that way. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Because tuxedos expensive. Oh, and also keep this in mind since we're talking about genders. Can someone tell me why for males to rent a tuxedo is less expensive than a girl's dress? Not to mention, guys can get their tuxedos done within a few months. Girls, 8 months. How do I know this? Because I actually had a conversation with somebody that used to work at a bridal shop. She told me that the girls would wait 8 months for their dress.
Is it because there's more measurements to girls?
Well, there's different measurements for girls, but like, okay, take a look at a tuxedo for a guy, and then take a look at a wedding dress for a girl.
Right.
Can you see why one would take 8 months and why one would take maybe a couple months?
Because men get the short end of the stick when it comes to fashion.
No, you can. Okay, whoa. Men do not get the short end. You can customize a tuxedo. You can have a little boutonniere or a flower. You can have a fun tie. You can have a fun vest. You can have shiny shoes, patent shoes or not patent shoes. Trust me, a tie on a tux, if you want to have fun, it makes all the difference.
Right. But, like, you're kind of still stuck with the tie. I mean, the tux, though. It's most of the men's stuff is subtle stuff, and if when it does pop up, it's not as like extravagant as a dress would be. Like you look at a dress, bam, flare, peacock, whoa, my goodness, and then you look at like a man's tuxedo, and you're like, oh yeah, I see what you did there with the, and then if it is something that blares out, it's not a big piece of anything. I mean, we copy the peacocks, like I just use that example. Female peacocks are the ones that do the wait, hold up. I think I got that backwards.
You do have that backwards because the male peacocks that actually have more flair.
Yeah.
Nice try. I'm pretty sure it is. Let me check myself before I wreck myself over the internet.
I'm looking at it too. I'm pretty sure it's the male peacock that struts around. Struts around with the Oh no! I don't want Peacock the TV. I want Peacock the animal. My goodness, peafowl. Oh, male peafowl are referred to as peacocks, and female are referred as peahens.
Yep, that sounds about right.
All right, my bad. We should be talking. Let's be scientific here, because we are that type of station. You're just like a peafowl, you know.
Mhm.
You're just like
You could also just say fuck it to all these types because it's just it can get annoying.
oh, the pea chick is adorable.
What? No, you're saying baby peacocks. No.
A pea
I want to.
chick, baby pea
Oh
fowl.
right! How dare I? Like you know.
We're here to be equilateral. We were just talking about how this episode is going to be about gender equality and how people are acting really stupid about everything. Just last Christmas, there was a picture going around of a little boy, doesn't matter his skin color, because you would have said the same thing, playing with a kitchen playset. And people were like, why is he playing with a kitchen playset? And you're just like, because he could grow up to cook for himself? Like, I mean, yeah, the woman...
Yeah.
like...
So, yeah. So as far as all that, because for me, here's my perfect guy. Now, granted, am I dating the perfect guy? No. But also, by the way, sweetheart, if you are listening to this, to me, you are the perfect guy, right?
I'm not even sure if he listens to this, but go off, I guess.
I don't know. Just blame manga and anime for setting my standards far too high.
Okay, but I mean, just keep going. Just keep going.
Yeah. Okay. So my perfect guy is actually one that's feminine, not feminine looking, because that's something completely different, but feminine. Like he wants to partake in female activities. You know?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and then he's got a sensitive side, and he's doesn't mind getting involved in makeup and cosplay. Like if anyone has seen, I hate myself for calling this. If any one of you watches My Dress Up Darling, sorry, I just hate that translation for it so much. You will see the main character Gojo-kun, and that is my perfect guy. Kind of, sort of. I'm still kind of debating on that one because I look at Gojo-kun and I'm like, oh, you sweet little cinnamon bun. I will protect you for the rest of my life. You're so perfect. But I don't know if that's like me being like, I kind of want a piece of that. Now it's actually just pure. Like I want to protect you forever. You are so pure, so beautiful. If anyone hurts you, I will destroy them for you so you don't get your hands dirty. Shut up, Tony. Shut up.
I'm like, I agree because that's wholesome and shit, but at the same time, that was pretty deep right there. I wasn't expecting it.
No. When it comes to people like that, like by the way, if there are some guys out there, right, who like feminine stuff, who say like makeup, who like to sew cute stuff, who like to do all that, and you're straight, gay, it doesn't matter. To me, you're a precious cinnamon bun. Why? Because I would just love to hang out with you. Right? Now, yes, it's fun for girls, but at the same time, and girls, I'm not bashing you here, but it's just, again, my bad experiences and just kind of what has happened over, just... Sometimes girls can get too competitive with this stuff, I swear. Guys, they're chill, they're doing their own thing. Girls, they just try to, like, size you up and stuff.
Oh, I'm sorry. I have a perfect example. It was a picture. Mm-hmm. It was basically... depicting the friendship of guys and gals. Yeah. So it was like females would be like, oh, hi. And then when they turned their back, you're just like, I'm going to shank that bitch right in the spur. And then on the opposite end, it's really funny because it's actually something you're just like, oh yeah, that's right. That's literally what we do. And you have the guys and they're like, well, square up, my nigga. And you're like, square up, my nibble. And then they fight it out and they're like, we're brothers. We're happy and we're singing and we're drunk. Give me a high five. And you're just like,
do that. Or if they do, they petty for like every single week or something like that, and then they're best friends again. And I'm like, what's the deal? What is up with y'all?
It's really funny with the opposites. Oh, it's funny.
It's funny, but at the same time, I'm just like, why can't girls be like that?
Well, I mean, girls can be like that. It's just that society has raised you to always kind of snip females, from behind. It's just how it is, right?
So and for me, it's just because society couldn't get their dirty little hands on me.
Right, because
where's that just put me on the spectrum? Like, am I just not going to be able to have any girlfriends?
no,
What is this?
you'll be able to have girlfriends. I've seen you have girlfriends before. It's just that you're more physical than them, and you're willing to kick their ass.
True.
Right? So I'm like, I don't know what you're looking for. You're just gonna kick their ass, and you know.
I mean, if they're going to start some shit, like, I'm going to finish it.
Yeah.
Like,
See?
I'm not trying to sound petty or anything. It's just, like, because this is not me being petty, y'all. I'm going to say that right now. This is just me being like, if you're going to talk some shit, okay, I'm going to smack the shit out of you. Because I don't put up with that crap.
Yeah, exactly.
I also don't know if this is the sake talking or if it's just me being honest, because I don't know anymore.
It's a little bit of both.
Okay. See, I trust him because he's been through some stuff with me. Yep.
Yep. A lot of, yeah.
We may as well can say we grew up together, even though we've only known each other for probably what? Oh gosh. Actually, I haven't calculated that. Hang on. I met you in 2018. So, okay, yeah. So we haven't known each other for years or anything like that since childhood, but it certainly does feel like that.
Mm-hmm.
I have no regrets. Well, except that one night, which we'll not talk about.
I lost track of that night, so it's all right. I don't know which night we're talking about anyway.
Good. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. I knew she'd do it too.
Reference. You are my best friend now. If anybody gets that reference, okay? I'm just saying.
I mean, I get the reference. I'm just saying.
I know, which is why Celestales, you and me, we need to have a Disney night at some point because...
Thanks for reminding me. I just remember what I wanted to tell you.
What's up?
Disney made a lo-fi. So you know how but now they've made it official. They're like, guys, we have lo-fi. Don't go to the other people. Go to me. I have the lo-fi. Yeah.
Lo-fi? Okay, wait, man. I must be out of the loop for this one.
No, it's a type of music genre.
Oh.
I'm not sure. I every time I hear lo-fi, I keep thinking low frequency, but I know I'm wrong. So don't. Yeah, if you want to look up what lo-fi actually means, you know.
But if it's a music streaming platform, that's fantastic because legit, I will be listening to the Disney playlist songs. Like I'll be in the car and then I'm like, you know what? It's just time. And then I put on to I really hope you don't get. I really hope we don't get copyright. I'm gonna be a mighty king, so enemies beware. Well, I've never seen a king or beast with quite so little hair. Yeah, I'll do all the voices. Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I probably shouldn't admit that over the internet.
They do. They have they did that one. The actual Disney YouTube channel has that under the lo-fi thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like Tony, this is how bad I am with Disney. Okay, bear with me, and I hope we're still friends after this. You know the intro to like Belle's song when she starts singing, right?
Yeah.
And all the townspeople get into it, and it's just like big music number. I have the whole thing memorized.
Okay.
I like how you just say okay, and other people are like, "Do you not have any hobbies?"
You know,
thank you for that.
It's just weird because they memorize their own songs, so they're just looking at you funny because you memorized a Disney song.
So, but I mean, so also just a little background on me. I've been watching Disney since I came out of the womb. I am not kidding about any of that. I went to Disneyland pretty much by like 1 or 2 years old. Not to mention that, yes, I would go to the Disney store and I would cry if I didn't get what I want, you know, as far as like toys and stuff. So basically, every time my parents went to the Disney store, they're just like, let's get ready for this. Let's just get her what she wants and then we'll leave. Like that was me, right? Disney was a huge part of my childhood growing up.
It was everyone's childhood, and the fact that
No,
people
no, 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 not everyone.
oh
Not
really
everyone. I come across people that are
right,
really.
you told me a story that you had friends that never watched Disney, and I was very confused. I was like, what the fuck?
Oh, like no offense to y'all who didn't grow up on Disney, but I looked at them and then I'm like, did you have a childhood? And then we have the generation that's like, oh, you mean like the live action? I'm like, stop!
Stop before I punch you in the face. We only talk about the live action Lion King. That's the only good one. That was the only good one because they did it smart. Maybe the Beauty and the Beast live action, but mostly the Lion King live action. Oh, great. You know what? This episode's not going to be about gender. It's going to be about Disney gender. It's gonna have like a segment of gender. It's gonna have some Disney. Oh my god, childhood. What childhood Disney? That's what I'm gonna call it. We're calling it gender, childhood Disney, and whatever other segment we get into this because it's all over the place. Just like every.
I swear, you guys. One of these days, we'll have a focused like actual
focus. I could do it with my guys, my homies. The last episode I recorded, we were pretty on the mark. We went on tangents, but we brought it back in. It was whatever me and Soto go together. It's like we're going off in a crazy fantasy.
E-E-F. No, I'm not going to start that song right now.
The memories. Anyway, the memories. I'm haunted now. Oh boy, what a world we live in, huh? Oh
and I think to myself, what a wonderful
world.
Okay, now I'm 2 glasses of sake in. Just
so like I was angry because men they were really knocking this young boy playing with a kitchen set, and I'm like, men gotta cook.
Really?
Right. It was. So I brought this up to my my coworker. I was working at Amazon at the time at 12 in the morning. So I have a couple of topics from my 2 a.m. talks. And they get like they're really like deep in like what is the purpose? Because when I was growing up, I was always made to throw out the trash. But I'm like, my sister doesn't throw out the trash. Well, she doesn't throw out the trash. You know, it was like there are gender specific chores because of like ladylike stuff and everything. But then you also think like, but sooner or later they have to do it. I was driving one time, I saw a lady was blowing the leaves into the street. I'm like, okay, yeah. Sooner or later you're gonna have to do these types of things. So like, why do we not make them do these types of things? It's like a knock on the whole world. Like men have to cook. Being a chef is a job. So like, why are we knocking this young lad? Maybe he wants to be a chef. Are you crushing this little boy's dreams? You monsters.
No, I 100% agree with you. Like, why should jobs have like a gender? Like that should never make any sense. Why is it that some sorry for all the noise over here, but why is it that some occupations or some activities have like the blue or pink label? You know what I mean? Because I'm just over here like, we all have to do this. Men have to cook. What do? Just live off of fast food all the time? If so, you need help because that's gonna hurt your wallet and that's gonna hurt your digestive tract later on. I promise you, my dude.
But we've actively, like, well, not everyone, but most people have actively not teach their son how to cook. Or if he can't cook, he can only cook basic stuff.
Yeah, there's no need to go that far. If a guy wants to grow up and be a chef, why are you going to be like, that's not masculine, blah, 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 blah. Why is it not masculine? Because, keep in mind, me and Tony, we used to work in the food industry, right? Nothing but male chefs. There was never a female chef. Like, what?
Right. Yeah.
I don't think that was an issue or anything. I'm just super saying.
Yeah, man. It was very questionable. Like they're like, yeah, our most of our head chefs were like males.
Yeah.
They made their own dishes and everything. They were like, I made
Mhm.
this dish. They got prizes for said dishes. And I'm like,
Mhm.
right? But like, it's really funny too that a male can be a chef, but I haven't seen any female chefs, popular ones.
They exist, just like a Food Network channel, for example. But like,
Well,
we just haven't seen them. You know what I mean?
right, I can't even count the Food Network channel because most of those cooking channels from the Food Network channels are like moms cooking for their family. I'm like, what about just cooking like a chef does?
Um, that's not entirely true because there's a lot of female chefs on there that they competed. They competed in Iron Chef as much as them like
I
cooking for
know,
their family.
right?
Mhm.
Sorry, I was agreeing with you. There's a lot of females that competed in Iron Chef.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And how do I know this? Because my mother watches the Food Network channel, and she likes to get recipes and stuff like that. And so I actually see all these female chefs on there. That's how I know,
Be
these
cool.
gals. Um, so I mean, freaking Rachel. If you want to go basic, let's just go Rachel Ray, right? She's not necessarily cooking for her family. Like these are recipes that she's like kind of come up with.
Hmm. Nice. Hmm.
There's also another chef, but I can't remember her name. But she's got the white spiky hair. That woman is a chef. So, I'm just Super Saiyan.
And I'm a Super Saiyan 3, alright? Super Saiyan 2, my bad. I'm Super Saiyan 2, I agree. And it's just like, just we're guys, we're not saying we're wrong. We're not saying you're wrong. We're just saying that just because you see them doing something, you really shouldn't, knock it. If you remember my conversations about the action figure and the doll, right? Kids play with whatever they find. And so if a boy picks up a doll and he just starts doing action poses with it like it's a superhero toy, am I going to, knock him for using a doll instead of an actual action figure? No, he's using his imagination, using whatever he
Right.
can
I also
find.
have to point out that whether you get a Barbie or an action figure, they do the exact same thing.
Actually, we did. Who? Someone said it was one of our friends, Soto. He was
Yeah.
like action figures do a little bit more, and I was like, okay, yeah, because I've never seen a Barbie doll shoot something, and that was about it.
True.
They do the same poses. It's just that I never seen them shoot anything. So you can dress up. You can dress up an action figure. You can dress up a Barbie doll. But the only difference is when they start shooting stuff, like stuff, regular stuff. Right? Everything else is basically the same thing. It's just got an added feature. So, who cares?
Yeah. And then people, I think, so I can't really speak for a lot of feminists because I personally just don't follow them because I think they're the dumbest creatures on this planet.
No, whoa.
Also, that's the sake talking. I'm sorry. I got a little too honest.
All right. No,
I got a little too honest.
No, it's not even that. It's because there are feminists that are feminists, and then you have the extreme feminists. There's the differences in the name. Extreme feminists, feminists. There's a difference. So we're talking about
I've only ever seen like the extreme feminists. Like,
and
I'm also right. Yeah.
That's
Don't get me wrong.
That's your news at work, Soto. That's your news at work. They don't ever tell you about because it doesn't bring in people. You want to hear about the crazy people, right? So they'll always bring up extreme feminists, and they'll be like, "Yeah, it's a feminist," but that's like too far of a feminist. But they don't tell you that. They're like local feminists, and you're just like, bro, that's giving feminists a bad name. It's like, come on.
Also true. I can't argue against that at all. Anyway.
So the
dumb extreme
feminists
I want to say that I'm sorry.
Yeah.
At least to the
To
like
normal
low
one.
key feminist, to the extreme feminist. No, go. I won't even bother with you because you're. It's just I'm wasting my breath.
Hmm. I'm just imagining a feminist coming up to Soto. Sister, why have you betrayed us? I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, go fuck yourself.
Sister, no.
You guys just like extreme feminists. Okay, I'm gonna get real with you. It doesn't make you less of a woman if a guy opens up a door for you or helps you or anything. That's not what he wants to do. That's not his goal.
Sometimes his goal is to fuck you. I will give you that. But sometimes they're just being polite because, that is a thing everyone has. It's called manners and general decency. There are certain,
There's a lot of guys that still have it, ladies. Don't lose hope.
now
There's a lot of guys that still have it.
chivalry is kind of a hard topic now because, females can defend themselves, but then you're
Totally.
yeah. So it's kind of like you don't know that. So always, if you're friends with someone, male or female, talk about what a limit of chivalry is for you because everyone has a different limit. Like your girlfriend could expect you to fight for her, but you're like, that's not even that serious. So it's nice to talk these things out just so you know when is the right time to step in. You never know. And you probably do want to avoid that argument in the future. That could get you into some trouble. Yeah, did I say that right? That can get you into some trouble. There we go. That sounded better.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Well done, Celestales.
Right?
Well done.
It's an insane truth and a controversial topic, but we get it done.
Give him a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Just stop what you're doing right now and just give him a round of applause. He deserves it.
I know, right? I did deserve it. Pretty good. I'm pretty good at what I do. Sniff, sniff.
Yeah. There's like no need to. So, this is honestly what makes everything toxic. When you're extreme, and then when you're just like on the other spectrum of that, and you just don't give a care, right?
Yeah.
So just find a nice sweet spot, right? Just because a guy is being nice to you, no, that doesn't mean he wants to get in your pants. No, that doesn't mean he expects something in return. No, he's just being nice. Seriously. Ladies, try to get...
I was just gonna say you can kind of tell when they're just doing to get into your pants. It would be kind of obvious. Yeah. Funnily enough, it's actually really obvious if you talk to somebody that's been through it before, and they'll tell you like, "Oh yeah, these little things should tip you off," and you're just like, "Holy shit!"
Yeah. Like, you know what? Just to educate everybody, Celestales. How is it obvious when a guy is trying to get into a girl's pants? And we'll just go for like the basic scenario, right? Here we go. I'll give you a scenario.
Okay.
So, a girl's walking in, right? And then a guy and we'll make it very basic to like where there's nothing subtle about it. A guy is like opening the door for a woman, and then he's just, giving her a smile and everything,
Mm-hmm. Now,
and then he just kind of strikes up like a light conversation,
Yeah. Anything else, or just?
Because I was actually gonna. Sorry. We both end up like talking at the same time. I'm sorry, but go ahead. What were you gonna say?
I was asking if there was more information, or was that it?
Not necessarily. See, I don't want to give off a lot of information because have you seen the movie Hitch with Will Smith?
Yes.
Okay. So he's actually the dating coach for guys, right? And I'm pretty sure this is probably what made a lot of girls be like, I don't know about that dude. Well, I'm not going to say that movie made it, but,
it brought it to attention. Because
we go, yeah.
That's something that everyone knew, but you're just like, it's on the down low. And then the movie appears, you're like, so we're talking about this now.
Right. Because the way Hitch worked, it was very subtle, but it worked.
Yeah, it was all about using body language and other things, and
Mhm.
basically, it depends on the type of person you are. So you can, he would set up situations where a good example would be he would be the heel of the situation. He would be the bad guy, and then he would have the guy come up to the guy who asked him to come in and help him talk to the female. So by being the heel, the lady is now more open to said guy. It's
Mhm.
not it's slight manipulative and slight deceptive, but it's so the guy that hired him can get like a foot in the door that for because let's face it, everyone has social anxiety. You're just like I need the push, that push to talk to this person or to make it easy
Right.
enough to talk to this person. And not everyone has the
Right.
confidence to just go out there and just throw it all out on the table like that. Or maybe
Right.
they are and they're afraid of getting hurt. You know?
Hmm.
So like his job was to be that door opener so you can kind of just gently glide on it. So with the situation that Soda had given me, I'd say personally, me, I'd just be like, if I, you know, maybe I wouldn't. I personally would not have talked to you because unless like we had two classes, right? It's like open the door.
Hmm.
Maybe I'll mention like, oh, that's a cool hat, But like, you know, if I've never met you before and I don't think I'm gonna see you again, I will not talk to you. I'll just open the door and just be like, hey, there you go, and then move on my way. I'm not really expecting anything, so
Right.
I wouldn't bother with you. Now, if I did stop you, that means I have something to tell you or mention. Maybe I just felt like being nice because there are some times where you're just like being nice and you like someone's hair because it's dyed really cool and you're just like, hey man, that's nice. And you're just like, oh man, thanks, and just call it a day. But
Right.
if
Which is
they,
actually how I met one of my friends, BTW.
yeah, by the way, yeah. So if they're continuously trying to talk to you, and they're not getting like information out of you or anything, like where did you get your hair did, stuff like that. Then they
Mhm.
want something, and it's up to you to figure out what do they want because they're making a very general conversation with you, but you don't know what they want because if it was about your hair, they would have asked. If they didn't want anything from you, you would have been like, all right, they hold open the door and they walked away. Cool beans, you know?
And also, ladies, just because a guy wants to like talk to you, that doesn't mean you have to be like super rude to him either. You know what I mean? So
Mm-hmm.
like, maybe the guy wants to shoot his shot,
Right?
and fine, you can go ahead and reject him if you're not interested. But please, and I'm begging you, please do not be a bitch about it.
Right?
There's no need for that.
You could
You
be
have
a
no idea what you're doing to the guy's like self confidence. Please think about that.
I would say
Just
she can be a bitch to the one that like I gave you the signs or like I can show you in my body language that I'm done with the conversation and you still talking. Then you could be like I'm done with this conversation. I'm leaving now.
right,
Like right.
right. Cool. So now that we got, I'm sorry, I actually just started my because I am now 3.5 glasses, almost 3 glasses in. So yeah, ignore me. Just
You're
ignore me.
you're getting a
Interrupt
head
you.
start. You're getting a head start on the drunk podcasts episode we're gonna do one day.
I didn't mean to, but like after the day I had at work, it's just like, you know what? I could use a glass, 2, 3 of sake.
One, two, and sake. If I remember correctly, I think the average is like
14% alcohol.
yeah. There you go. Filtered by charcoal.
Hmm. I'm sorry. It's now like legitimately hitting me, and I'm just like, woo! Like my body's lighter, and like my head is kind of, everything's like clouded.
So she's I say she's tipsy.
Yeah, definitely.
She's like, now
Yeah,
her tongue is loosened, guys. This is when you want to talk to her. Get her attention. She'll tell you how it truly. No, you don't want to do that. Remember, guys, no means no, and if they're drunk, definitely do not take the chance. That means just no, no, guys. And I mean that to everyone. I use guys as a everybody. This is a everybody kind of guy, not the just male guys. This is the guys as a group because male and females will do this shit. I'm gonna need you to understand. No means no. And if they're drunk, it definitely means no because their consent is from an altered mental state. That means they're not in the right mindset to give you a correct answer.
and that's no need to like take advantage of it either.
Mm-hmm. Also, if a male says no and you somehow still get him under you, and that's considered rape. Just saying, it's still rape. Doesn't matter if you're a male or female. If someone says no and you still go through with it, it's rape. Just saying, because that is a thing people don't want to talk about, and they're like, it's a male. He could just beat her up. But we go through life where men can't touch a female, even in self-defense, because if they do, it looks bad.
It legit does, and I feel so bad for you guys because like the community for guys that want to like protect themselves and everything, and the one that stand up for men's rights. I feel so bad for y'all because everyone is just looking at you like you guys just why do you exist? Like it's stupid. And I'm over here like no, it's not. Because guys do get raped. Right? And it's not one of those moments where it's like, oh bro, high five, you banged a chick, no. Guys aren't always asking for it. They're not. Some guys are, I'll admit that. But then there's a lot of guys that aren't.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yep.
Just don't. Please don't.
Yep.
And girls, okay, so the reason why I'm like siding with a lot of the guys is because
What's okay?
I haven't had a lot of, yeah. I don't have a lot of females in my group, okay? I have some, don't get me wrong, I have some. But legit, here's my circle just so you guys can actually get an idea. I call it guys' night, and here's why. Because I'm the only girl so far. I'm the only girl with like 5 guys. And I'm not complaining about that. I just want to say right now, I'm not complaining about it. It's just, I take the guy's side more or less because here's the thing. Guys, great guys that I know have been done dirty either by the court or, by other girls. So that's why I tend to take their sides. So females, if I don't take your sides, I don't care if you come after me or not. I really don't. I'm going to just take the guy's side.
Look, if we're fighting for equality, that means there's a section for women's and men's rights. Now, I'm not sure, do we still live in a patriarchal society? I mean, on a business term, yeah, we still do. But on a societal term, do we live in a patriarchal society?
I guess it just depends because I've seen it all. Because, okay, so I've had friends and and keep in mind, yes, they're males, but they've been done dirty by the court just because they're males. So I can't really get into it because I will not talk about it.
Yeah, that's a personal thing. But yeah, I mentioned, there's a lot of things that are just like, because it's still there. Because I mentioned it before. Mm-hmm. I was like, what if I wanted the children and the lady doesn't? And so, don't I have full custody of the child? No, the woman does. And I was like, that was very confusing because she didn't want the child, but I want it. So, shouldn't I have full custody? Yeah.
You should. You really should. So why the court favors women? I'm like, there's so many examples of bad women, and I'll go with like this one that oh gosh, it's like probably like a year or two ago.
Also, wait.
There was this. Oh yeah, go ahead.
I just want to point out, we know the rule that says you have to prove the woman is unfit to raise the child. That's when you get full custody. We're wanting that in general, without having to prove. Now you can go.
Mm-hmm. So there was this boy who was like 15 or 16 years old, and he was with his dad in his truck, and then the mom sees this, and then she comes out, and she's like, because it's I guess her day or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the poor boy, he's breaking down in tears, being like, I don't like it here. You do this and this to me, and then like, I don't get attention at all. He breaks down. I think I even posted this on my social media because I'm just like, here's a prime example of a woman who does not deserve to be a parent. At some point, and this is just my opinion, I wish this would get out to the court system and to the social services system. Just because you're a woman, that does not make you better than a man to be a parent, right? Mm-hmm. Or just anybody in general. So, because at one point I wanted to be in the social services system because my heart goes out to all the kids that, they want a family, but their biological parents are just in no right state of mind to take care of them. Right? So whether you are male or female, if you can't provide for your child, and if you just are not the best parent in that time, you lose all rights to be a parent, in my opinion. Because there are so many parents out here who can't have children of their own, but they want a child so badly. And yet they have to wait for the parents to sign off and be like, oh yeah, I don't want to, have any rights to the kid or anything, blah, blah, blah. There shouldn't be that waiting period. If you can't provide for the child, and if you're just not there for the child, you lose all rights to be a parent. Whether you're a guy or a girl, it doesn't matter. And I have had friends who have been in the foster care system, and they go through this kind of bullshit. I'm just saying right now. Whew, that went kind of deep. Sorry. And I'm also like...
That's fine. That's what we're trying to get through, Where mm-hmm. One day when these... Oh, there's somebody at the door. One day when these things, become popular... they're gonna look back on these things and they're gonna be like, oh snaps, we really did go into that, and we're because we care about everyone's feelings here. Like, there's the adoption process, there's the abortion process, there's a lot of things that are questionable and have problems, and we may not ever cover them again, or if we will, it'll be way in the future where it's going to be a couple of years before we cover those things again. So it's nice to have these here ready in case we ever do get to that point.
I could go on with the social care services for a while because, like I said, growing up, I wanted to be a lot of different things, but because of, society, or because of how a certain work functions, I just didn't want to be a part of it. Mm-hmm. Like, I wanted to be in the social care services because I was definitely 100% for the good of the kid. But then my mom was telling me, she's like, there's rules you have to follow. And I'm like, wait, what rules? And then she goes into it. And I'm just like, that's fucking stupid. Like, if you're a bad parent, you are a bad parent and you lose all rights to your child. The mental and physical well-being of the child is more important than your fucking rights.
Rights as a parent.
Yeah, rights as a parent. Sorry. Thank you for clarifying that. Like, why would you want to make a child endure that? Especially if there's a family that can provide for this kid and give the child everything they need to thrive in life, but you're over here, the biological parent, not willing to do all that.
Well, it stems from the fact that there's a lot of things that we just use our children for. or just abuse them for. We're not saying it's any race or any gender or anything. We're saying that people just do shit and it's kind of just wrong. Like when the man leaves and the woman has the child, and so they take their anger on the children, or they do things that you're just like, that has nothing to do with that person, but we'll hate them anyway. All right, thanks. You just brought your anger. That's like how hatred stems from the people before us, and it's our job to kind of look past that. And then there's what am I gonna say? Oh, and there's women out there that just have children for child support, and then tell their child, "Yeah, go have children. That's the best way you're gonna live, off of child support." You're just like, no, that's bad.
Yeah. It's those kinds of people that just make me want to kick them in the faces. I'm not gonna lie. Also, I'm just like, again, 3 glasses of sake in, so I am 100% honest when I say this.
We're like, woo.
Usually I would not say this because I'm not trying to like signal anybody out, and I'm trying to be nice and everything. But no, not right now in this moment. Definitely not.
This moment, we're not trying to hurt anybody. We're bringing up the information, how it is, how we see it. If you want to dive in a little bit more, maybe ask us a question and we'll dive into a little bit more in a later day, or you could dive into yourself. We're just here to bring you the factual information that's been kind of seen around in society. So, don't. So you can take this personal. That is your right. But we're just here to give you the information. Viewer discretion is always advised. Oh, thanks. Somebody is at the front door.
You have a good guard dog there.
I know, right? What a guard dog.
That little one deserves a tweet. But I'm not willing to spend what I spend here on this, because keep in mind, guys, I have a younger sibling, and they have a dog, and I have bought shit. Like
a little.
It's shit. A Shih Tzu, yeah.
And it's a little shit.
It is. Mm-hmm. And Celestales has already seen the dog, so that's why he's saying what he's saying.
It's a little shit.
But he ain't wrong. You ain't wrong. Spoiled little shit at that. Because the treat that this dog loves, $7. I'm not done yet. It's a stick. A meat stick. A big ass meat stick. $7.
Guys, when they make jokes about, chopping off your penis, that's where it goes. That's why it costs $7.
No, it's actually not even that, because granted, there are treats that are basically the testicles of cows and stuff like that. Yeah,
humans eat that too.
Yeah. No, he likes these sticks that are made out of like deer, so like venison or rabbit or chicken,
Type of. And he's not even a purebred that.
No, he is.
He is. I mean, he's not even a dog that won. A show. He's not even a show dog. The fuck he's getting all this shit for? I like it. Oh, I always found it funny how we're able to treat something else better than we treat other people. It's just.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, you would know, wouldn't you?
So just to clarify, I have ferrets. I have 3 of them.
Crazy ferret lady.
And yes, I am, and I don't care. They eat better than me.
Right.
Because I'll be having like a bowl of Campbell's chicken noodle soup at midnight or whatever. Not at midnight, but like whenever I get back from work. And then they're over here eating rabbit. And like actual pure rabbit.
Right. And that's not even getting under what you would feed yourself. Like, not even treat other people. How you treat yourself. You would treat the dog better than you would treat you. Because let's face it, we eat a lot of things that we're not supposed to eat. Just look at Coke. Mm-hmm. Coke had cocaine in it. It doesn't have it anymore, maybe. But it's like its acid is so strong that you can pour it on a car battery to clean it, and you drink that.
And for those of you who are still thinking that we're full of shit, get a cup of Coke and just drop a rusted penny in there. Just
Don't drink the Coke though.
No, please don't. Please don't. Please don't.
Don't drink it after you do that. Use a Coke that you're not going to drink and pour it down the sink so you can catch the penny. That thing is cleaner than your colon.
You're not wrong. You are not.
No, I am not. So, what should I call this episode? You know, we covered a lot of gender topics, but we also covered Disney, and we also covered societal norms. I guess we'll call it societal norms.
I guess societal norms, because the Disney was just like a decently long rant about.
Oh yeah.
Because I could talk about Disney for pretty much an entire episode if I wanted to.
Right. Also, I posted the playlist in the Discord, so it's there.
Woo!
Yeah. All right. Well,
this is a squeaky ass chair. Oh my gosh.
You have anything else to talk about? It's been like a good hour.
Oh wow, time flies with you.
Yeah, I am an enjoyable character. People
that he is, ladies and gentlemen. That he is.
Yeah, people like me, you know. I am a low key popular. Low key.
I wonder what that makes me, though.
Say it again.
Oh, I said I wonder what that makes me. If I'm like low key popular, or also just like because.
I say low key popular because you attract people to you. Like there's different types of popular, and I think people don't really understand that. There's like social popular where it's the media usually shows you right there on TV and stuff. There's low key popular like me where I make tons of friends, and they're like, oh yeah, Tonio, yeah, I know that guy. And then there's low key popular where people are attracted to you, but you don't like do the TV media stuff. You just, people come to you.
You're just yourself.
They flock to you. You're not a leader or anything. They just come to you. It's how it is. You got people jealous of you. And okay. Lo-fi meeting. Okay.
Which, if there's anyone that is jealous of me and I just don't know it yet, it's like an eye opener for me because I'm not jealous of me at all. I'm actually jealous of a lot of other people.
Yeah, that's how it usually is. They're like, it's very funny because they go through like, oh man, life kind of sucks and all that. And then people flock to them and be like, bro, I got your back, yo, and they're like, I'm jealous of that person. And I'm like, why are you jealous of them? You have people that support you in everything that you do, weirdo. Not saying that. Okay, I mean, you are a weirdo, but you're not that type of weirdo.
No, I know what you're good. I know what you're saying.
Right. Also, for for quick information, lo-fi is called low fidelity.
Oh, okay.
All right, just what does that mean? No one knows, but you guys can look it up. But yeah, that's just pretty much it. Right? Where there's tons of different types of popular. I just named 3. There's more. I guess you can call the social butterfly high popular because you talk to people.
AKA the extrovert.
People know your name is low popular, because they're just like, oh yeah, I know that guy. Yeah, fuck it. Celebrity status is high popular, That's just how it is.
Yeah.
Wash up celebrities are low popular because you still got, your name is your brand and people are like, oh yeah, I liked you in that movie. You're not popular now, but you're still popular. You're still something. And then there's popular by association. That one's mostly like family and stuff. Like they what was it? A Will Smith movie with about Serena? No, it was not a Will Smith movie. No, I think he is. Yeah, it's a Will Smith movie about Serena Williams' father. So it's like, oh yeah, you're
Oh,
popular.
yeah.
You're
Hmm.
popular, but like, and they know your story, but your story is connected because someone else is popular. You know, so you got like popularity by association.
Which is funny because he actually, and I read this a while ago while I was at work because I went to the break room. I was looking at my phone and then this weird article popped up and I'm like, the fuck? But apparently, Serena and oh wow, I actually blinked out the other girl's name. But the girls that are really good at tennis, the female African Americans, their dad went on and was just like, we dads don't get recognized enough from the dads of celebrities don't get recognized, and I'm like,
Oh yeah, because it's usually the moms. Because there's always the songs about "Mom, I love you," and then there's nothing about dads. Chris Rock made a joke about that. Yeah.
it's not even that. It's just no one's gonna really pay attention to the parents, right?
Mm-hmm.
Not really gonna pay attention to the parents. They're gonna pay attention to the actual person that's in the spotlight all the time.
Yeah.
Because for the tennis sisters, right? I'm sorry, I can't remember the other girl's name. I'm so sorry. I feel so
Right.
bad.
It's on the tip of my tongue. God. No, that's Mary Kate and Ashley Olsen. Shut up, Brain. God, come on.
But yeah, no, but we can bring them up. They're the Olsen sisters. Does anyone know anything about their parents? No. Why?
And we don't
Because they're just focused on the parents.
we don't count Bob Saget.
No.
No.
Rest in peace.
R.I.P. in peace.
Because I'll admit right now, I was the one person that really did like Full House.
Venus. Her name is Venus. Oh, that makes so much sense. They're celestial bodies. Oh, that makes so much sense now.
Oh, right. Yeah. So Venus and Serena Williams. There we go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And just so y'all won't be like, "Ma, this girl's full of bullshit." No, their dad actually went on the social media and he went on this like huge rant about not being popular, and I'm like, that's because we see you as like the dad. You're the parent.
It's like, do you know what I went through to put this child in this situation?
It's not like there was a whole movie that was made about it,
You know, right? Some people were like, "Are you just looking for attention?" Not to say he was or not. I'm just saying some people did think that. They were like,
yeah. Which I mean, I can see that side, and I can see the opposite side too.
Yeah.
Because there have been a lot. Here's to you, Macaulay Culkin, and your parents. Which I'm so sorry. A lot of parents will just live off of their child's success.
Yeah. They're like, you're gonna,
which is sad.
Ooh, like those moms that send their daughter to those little beauty pageants. You're like, you're gonna be pretty for mommy, and you're gonna be a little Miss Perfect, and you're gonna go up there, and you're gonna win that trophy, and you're just like, God damn,
the poor girl, if she doesn't, they're just like you're a total failure.
Right? There's some girls that want it, but then they take it hard when they lose because of said thing. Mm-hmm. And there's some girls that are just like, I don't want to do this. We're gonna look at little Brittany, little Tiffany, little shit. So what are you doing? You know, like, you're just like, God damn.
But it's like so sad because these poor girls.
Which is funny because is there men beauty pageants besides bodybuilding? Yeah.
Besides bodybuilding?
Yeah, because women bodybuilders exist, but at the same time, they're not taken to the levels of men bodybuilders. So it's like,
Well, I mean, there's always the male models. Like, if you're looking at Playboy.
Right. Yeah. But that's modeling. We're talking about how there are female beauty pageants. What do guys have? Is it because we have sports? But then that's just being unequal. But then there's female sports, but no one pays attention to female. Oh, my goodness.
But there you go, guys. Start a male beauty pageant. Gosh, hiccups.
I would go there just because there are nice, fashionable things. I want to see them be like, oh, damn, Daniel, the fuck, he working that. He's working that. But then, what are you gonna compliment? If he's like, oh, he looks nice. Oh, he looks suave. Oh, nice.
Wait,
I see you.
Isn't that what The Bachelor is?
The Bachelor isn't Bachelor a way to get like a date?
Well, true. But I mean, you have this like drop dead gorgeous guy because I've personally seen some of these contestants.
Oh, that's the point, though. They're supposed to be gorgeous.
Yeah, true.
It's kind of, but then
which is like completely overrated because, and you know what? I'm gonna expose myself here for a minute. I'm actually not attracted to pretty boys at all. And then this is true for like whether you're 3D or 2D. Because there's been animes where like here's the guy and he's like sparkles and roses and I'm just like because I'm just like no, I like the quirky, awkward, Hey. Yeah, that's me.
Yeah, exactly. Hey.
Which is why Celestales, like if things wouldn't have worked out between me and my significant other, it'd be like, hey boy,
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also like this just yeah. I'm sorry. I'm not being coherent like at all. I'm so sorry.
No, it's about time we ended this anyway. She's kind of gone.
Beautiful.
She's kind of gone, guys. I've been trying to end it like 60 minutes ago. She's kind of gone.
Yeah, guys, I'm sorry. I'm done because I'm already 3 glasses in.
She's working on her 4th.
Good night. Good night.
So that's about as much time we have today, guys. Thank you so much for watching, listening, whatever media you're doing right now. I know we only post it on YouTube. Maybe when I get bigger, well, not maybe. When we get bigger, I will post it to Spotify. That is also a dream come true. Spotify, the music, because you can take it on the go. But anyway, I had fun tonight. Thank you so much for being here, Soto.
And guys, like I'm not just saying this because he's my friend, but because I've actually listened to like podcasts that I wasn't in, and it's interesting. Go and subscribe to Celestales.
Oh damn!
All you gotta do is press the subscribe button, and
I didn't know. I didn't know she actually listened to the episodes. I know
I
listen to the episodes. Yeah.
No, I've listened to past ones, like with your homeboys from like in the state you previously lived in.
Oh, nice.
So yeah.
Home skillet biscuits.
There you go. Yeah. Go and press the subscribe button, please, and feel free to leave a comment down below because he will read it, and if not him, then me. Even though I'm not even like a co-host or anything like this, I don't anything.
She really doesn't.
Don't.
She broke my heart already. We're already gone, guys. Hey,
I'm sorry.
But yeah, just do what she says. Ring that bell so you get notified whenever I post anything. I'm gonna start posting video games again. That's gonna be something. Kind of gonna explore that.
Also fun too.
I kind of
look like I have to listen to some of his Minecraft videos. Those were hilarious.
Mm-hmm. Do that. I kind of feel like talking about stuff. That's a thing. So when I figure out how to do that, I'll get back to you guys. But thank you so much, and have a nice morning, noon, night, dawn, dusk, twilight. That's technically dusk, but who the fuck cares? Just have a nice any time of the day that you're listening to this. Maybe listening to it while you're altered mental status, so you know not to do bad things, but listen to Celestales, which is a good thing. See ya. Say goodbye, Soto.
Bye.
And we are out. See you later, guys.